Cutie pie. A cutie pie. He's my kitty cat. So I just decided to play with my cat for the first couple of minutes because he was playing with me and I was like, let me stream this sucker. Ow, dude, I feel it. Feel your nails. They're burning my skin. He's in the mode. He's in the mood right now. Double-handed. You doing this? We about to tango? We about to tango? So, this one's using the computer, don't worry. I won't do you that bad. Okay. Okay. Um. You're funny. You're funny. You're funny. You're funny. So I was basically just doing a little bit of like timeline organization because again, I'm not I'm I'm not doing like full-fledged like video recordings and making them nice and pretty and oh no you don't go away without a hug. You don't go away without a hug. Mwah. Okay, you can go away now. So I don't do, haven't done, takes too much time to record, to edit, to make fancy. You know, I would try to like compensate for fanciness with like the nice background that I made in JavaScript. It kind of just kind of keeps your attention with some animations, which I probably should change at some point. I have a couple of them. Let's do with this one. No, with this one. Let's do that one. Anyway, I wanted to go back into Linux, take a look at the basically a little bit of customization. Everyone loves a little customization. I've always been a fan of basically taking whatever operating system I have and making it look nothing like what it actually supposed to look like. And this is where we really shine in Linux. Bazzite. Remember, we did Bazzite. I was going through the video, put some little timelines in here. I got to make some more timelines so it's easier to kind of navigate a 2-hour video about me installing Linux um on a multi-boot partition and then me ranting for what like 20 minutes right here. Something like 15 minutes, me ranting about something and then me ranting about something else. I'm a rant, right? This is what lives are about. It's time for ranting once in a while. So check those out. I'm gonna go back to that later. But in reality, I actually looked at a couple of things. There's a bazaar, which is pretty cool. This is like a little mini store in here, a little place where you can download stuff. And I actually saw this. This sucker is really cool. Hold on. Wait, what? No. Um, okay, right here. This looks like Age of Empires. I wish I can like click on it and open it up into a bigger screen. Why can't I make big? Ooh, it does. I mean, it just looks like Age of Empires, man. Like, I'm about to install it and play it. Zero AD. This is probably, I think, open source. App details, GPL, floss license, meaning source code can be audited for safety. Yeah, that's okay. So it's kind of like partial open source, which is great because there are some cases where you can still use the or see the source code. And for safety reasons, yeah, I mean, it's good to have the source code open. Whoa, dude. Like, Age of Empires has been slacking, to be honest, looking at this. Because I remember Zero AD from like a couple of years ago, maybe 10 years ago when I first came onto like the Linux. No, 15 years. I started Linux in 2006, but I was like a super base user. I think I installed my first Linux on a full hard drive without knowing how to do multi-boot, and multi-boot was very difficult then too. We didn't really have that many options. Like Grub was one of them. Um, It was another one. I think it was Yumi. I think Yumi was an actual bootloader. But regardless, um, I just didn't do a lot of Linux stuff. And I remember looking at this game, and it wasn't this fancy looking. Let me see. Oh, zero AD progression development develop development. Yeah, pretty open source. Why would you give me a bunch of phasmophobia? Question mark? Kind of, sort of. Can't tell. Okay. Oh, I can't tell. I don't see like the full outline the process. I don't know, but I'm a fan. I'm a freaking fan of Age of Empires, and I think they've kind of like reused the same algorithm. Command and Conquer. Yes. They've used the same algorithm over and over. I might make this little Linux partition like an old school gaming partition where I just download all the games I used to play. StarCraft 1, Age of Empires, Zero AD, which is a cool alternative. There's Age of Empires. You can tell by the tower and this thingy and the castle over here. These were the Britain? No. I mean, there's a couple of same architectures in here. The Celtics had this, the Britons had this. What were the axe throwers? Were they the Celtics? I think they were the Celtics. And of course, uh, what was this cheat? This car was absolutely broken. This was the day when we had cheats, man. You install the game, you wouldn't have to buy any fucking DLCs. You just buy the game as is. If they made a new like expansion, you'd buy the expansion. That was your DLC back in the day. And you had a set of cheats that existed, and you can play online without cheats, or you can play online with cheats. And all you had to do was type in Motherload for monies, Marco Polo for the map. No, wasn't Motherload. That was for Sims. Motherload's for Sims. There was like a bunch of different Black Sheep Wall. That was one of them. I'm like trying to like go through the memories of old Chris back in 2005 and remember what I was plugging in. I just can't remember. Anyway, I'm down to try this one though. This one looks nice. This is like a updated version of Age of Empires, Zero AD. So we're in the Bazzite store, and when you're in here, it's basically like your Apple, Mac store, App Store, Play Store, whatever store that you can have. But the caveat is, at least I don't think there's anything that you pay for in here. Everything is open source applications. So basically everything's free. You just go in here and download stuff without ever having to like register cards or whatever. Wait, Android Metro, another Metroid 2 remake? Where's the pictures? What do you mean it's a? I want to. I want to try this too. I don't have a lot of space on this drive, but I'm pretty sure I can fit a couple of small games on here, right? Lamplight? I keep, you're gonna see me to get ADD all over the place. I'm gonna start talking about one thing, and I noticed that in my videos too, which is, eh, it's all right. It's entertaining once the subject matter gets boring. I just kind of ADHD to another subject. I don't know what this is. Enhanced modeling interface for AMPL development environment IDE. Commands to be typed in AMPL. Not sure. Art. Straight up art. Free open source raw image processing program. Interesting. So, okay, well, when you do photography, you're basically taking all your raw images from your card and you can convert them. You have like they're huge, dude. Those images are absolutely ridiculously large, but they're because they're raw format, so you got to put them in JPEG, PNG, and it compresses them to smaller usable shareable forms. What the heck? Fabian Pro I'm just gonna go through this because I'm looking around a little bit, but that's like a customizable factor. What? Prosecutor Attacker Model, anonymization tool, comprehensive open source software for anonymizing sensitive personal data. Supports whatever. Dude, freaking risk models. Freaking Linux is amazing. I'm gonna have to go through like a whole. stream of just going through the store. They've expanded. Amarok, I love this guy. It's like a music chicken blah, 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 music box library, music library, like Winamp basically. Anyway, so I wanted to do some modifications. So we're in Bazzite. We did the whole setup last time. You saw the little video here. You can go watch it again. It's basically a stream. I'm adding the timeline so it's easier to kind of skip across and avoid my rants, my long, long-winded rants. Although I really like the Tesla rant. If you like rants, I should probably put that was a Tesla rant. I just put rant. Anyway, doesn't matter. We want to customize. Why don't I use the terminal? I use the terminal plenty. Not at this point. Nothing to be done in here. But I mean, do I have Nmap? I'd use Nmap more than anything. Okay. Here's a case scenario. If you need to install anything, I'm pretty sure it's Flatpak, so it's a different process. Dude, yeah, this is not an apt-get situation over here. It's not an apt-get situation over here. F Flatpak FPM. God, what's the Flatpak? No. Okay, if you want to tab and display a bunch of possibilities when you put one letter in there, you basically get all the commands available for that one letter. But what about FP? Fpaste, fprint. I'm not used to using KDE-based systems. That's probably why I'm not using the terminal right now. I've noticed one thing with Bazzite. Oh, my available disk is swap. That's gonna destroy my system. It's already acting funky. This is why I kind of don't like Bazzite right now. It's because it's using KDE, and you just saw how my bar disappeared. It's been doing that. It's been doing that. I don't understand. Yeah, like right there. Wait, hold on. What? It's not all the way. Yeah, it's misaligning the window. So I'm almost double thinking. Yeah, dude, it's a little buggy. I would think I'm gonna reinstall Linux Mint on this computer too. Bazzite had an attractive gamer-based system on it, based idea. It's fancy. I mean, look, when we go to edit, enter edit mode on right-click desktop. Like most Windows, you'll be able to like, okay, desktop and wallpaper. But you have an enter mode. Welcome to the KDE side. It's very nice. It's very customizable. It's fancy AF, but it's buggy still. Like even to this day. Freaking, I only have one desktop really. KDE is still the most buggiest piece of crap I've ever seen in my life. Ooh, binary clock. Hell yeah. Let's do that. I like a binary clock. Let's get the seconds moving. There we go. Forget this clock. I want the binary clock. Yeah. It's fancy. I like the fancy color picker. Oh, that's cool. You can have like a color picker on there. Camera indicator. Cool. 15 puzzle, nice. Folders, you can kind of put like folders on your desktop so you can organize specific desktop folders. Yeah, it's a oh true, I can install another Windows manager. I can go with GNOME overall. GNOME is the most stable one, I think. I mean, not Shell, not GNOME Shell, GNOME 2, like back in the day. Yeah, I should actually do that. I will, but let's customize a little bit and just see what KDE has to offer. I do have an NVIDIA. It's supposed to be pretty much done by now. Like SteamOS has given us the ability to basically integrate Bazzite into most hardware, but I'm like still seeing some artifacts that don't quite. Ooh, what is? Oh my God, look at the cores on this sucker. Okay, there we go. Nice. Getting the techie, getting to. I mean, I can do this in Linux Mint too. Like that's the thing. I can do all this in Linux Mint, and it probably takes less resources because KDE is a powerhouse. Like KDE is probably eating up my RAM right now with all the extra fancy widgets. So I don't recommend doing this completely. I mean, my other computer, my actual desktop has an AMD GPU, yes. But this one is my AI PC, so I want to use my AI. I mean, again, this is just like one of my five partitions on this hard drive. This is like a 60 gigabyte allocation, and then my Windows has 300 gigabytes, and that's where my AIs are set, my image editors, my music makers, and my Olama models. So this is just kind of like playing around and updating myself on what has happened with Linux in the past 10 years since I've been avoiding it. Not avoiding it actively, just not been able to integrate it into my life because everything ran and used to run on Windows. But now it's getting a little bit better. Typical buttons, console profiles, media player. This was always a nice one. Network speed, minimize Windows, memory usage. I mean, it's fancy looking. It's nice. Super FG switch GPU modes via super. Ooh, what this? What this? Switch mode? Can switch? Can switch? All right, let me add a couple of things and play around with those. I mean, they got a lot of little widgets. Fancy. Weather report, web browser, vault. Ooh, window list. Ooh, okay. System tray. Oh, right, because that's actually just a widget too. The panel. I mean, Proton, yeah, Proton's working great, at least for the games. It's not really a layer for the applications yet, not that I've noticed as far. Like if I used, I mean, if Proton is being applied, oh, no daemon. No daemon. Hold on, let me do GPU. I want to see how much my GPU is visible. Mm, GPU viewer, mission center monitor for Mara, Copeland, Vulkan GPU stress test. Let's test out some. This is really what I wanted to do is really test out Linux with the NVIDIA 3070 versus the Windows I have. At this point, I mean, because the default Bazzite only does Flatpak. Yeah, it doesn't do AP PKG files. PKG? Pseudo apt-get type files. That was PKG, right? Um, but I'm sure I can install it, but I gotta figure out Flatpak install CMD Pacman. Oh yes, it was Pacman. Uh-huh. All right. Okay. Can I get apt-get? Pacman. Well, hold on. Whoa. Installing. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's giving me a manual since I noobed it up real quick. No. Installing managing. You just Flatpak homebrew. Okay, I'll read it. Pacman, Pacman, Pacman. Pack manager, Pacman, right? Atomic desktop. See, Fedora has been fancy. It's great. Fedora also has been a little bit too much trying to be like Windows on the fanciness, like a Windows Mac hybrid. So Flat Seal and Warehouse, which are both pre-installed. Yeah, Warehouse is where you keep all yours. VK Pacman S package. Apt? No. Atomic Fedora Air utilize RPM chain instead as discourage users. Fedora Atomic Images utilize RPM O Street instead and is discouraged. Oh, maybe I'm just not. Okay, let's do install like Nmap, package Nmap. No, it's still not doing it. Ooh! You know what? Go to the man pages. No manual for Pac-Man. Come on, like, come on. Help, try help, help. Oh, okay, I guess the documentation's on the online basis. Great. Great, and I don't see the general uses of Pac-Man. Distro box. I'm almost pissed off that it's trying to be user-friendly, but it's also being completely un-user-friendly, at least on the technical side. All right, let's do APT. Balancer. Keep the riffraff out. Confirm action. Package transporter. That's just a game. Ready to transfer? I guess this is actually going to take Flatpaks transforming to another type or just a backup. This isn't gonna show me the full set of packages. Package, warehouse, bazaar, install package, transporter. No, no. Ah, I miss my, I miss, I miss my Linux Mint already. Linux Mint's so much better. At least, like, if you're not like a super techie, I think Bazzite will be fine. I know it is Debian. I want to integrate it back into here. I want to integrate it back. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I miss Debian. I'm not like, because I mean, okay. Let's do, I wanted to install APT. Okay, package, gnome 2. All right. I'm not understanding how Pac-Man works right now. Okay. VKQ Pac-Man as Vulcan tools. Oh, lol, 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 lol. Nope, still didn't work. Still didn't work. Sorry. Uh, Aptizavian, try VKQ, Vulcan tools, package. Uh, well, yeah, what the fuck? SY? It's not. See, this is the problem. Fedora utilizes. It's not like, and is discouraged. So they're discouraging me from using this method. That's the whole point, right? It's not the fact that we're typing it wrong. It's just there's an error, and it's saying that Fedora Atomic Images utilize this RPM off tree instead. F no. But it's not the package. It's not the package. No matter what we try to install from terminal, it's not gonna let us. I'm trying to like explain that, right? Oh, the problem is they're restricting us. It says it right here. And is discouraged to use. We're not supposed to use this method to install, which is already saying to me, F Bazzite, I want to go back to Linux because you don't tell me what to be discouraged about. You don't tell me how to discourage myself. I discourage myself every day, and this is not the way it's gonna happen. So I'm like basically on the case of just going to Linux Mint because again, I have Linux Mint on my other PC here on my main PC. Well, give it a main, give it a secondary, and I can do everything I need. It's a Debian. It's not a freaking piece of crap restricted crapola. Hold on, let me just plug this sucker in. Yeah. Bloop, bloop. And I have it on my other computer. I was just testing out. What? All right, I gotta plug in the other HDMI. Hold on, HDMI madness, no, yeah. Oh, I'm a derp. There we go. Wait, no. What? Oh, are you kidding? Hold on, hold on. Where did you plug yourself in? No, I didn't actually plug in the right one. I just changed the specific. That's the old one. That's still Bazzite. There we go. This is my actual like Linux Mint that I've been so happy with because I have full control over it and it's not discouraging me from doing anything that I want to do. So Bazzite, I guess if you want something super user friendly that's gonna lock you out of the technicals, sure. But like I'm doing the same thing. Look, I mean, I was actually gonna play some Dynasty Warriors soon. Close terminal. Cool. Oh, can you hear me now? Hold on. It might have been just messed up for a second. Yeah. Yeah. The wire on this sucker is a little bit off. So like I fully installed my Linux Mint. I've given myself a bunch of stuff. 3D Mark's not having a good time. This is an AMD processor, by the way. This one is the RX 570. So it's an AMD. And it works perfectly fine. It's not gonna be my AI computer because, everything AI related nowadays has to go through an NVIDIA CUDA process. But it's actually super nice in the case that this is like this is the card I have inside. Um, Red Devil, RX 570, was it? Or Hell, the Hound, something Hound? Power Red Devil RX. Okay, if I go to this, I used to do writing for Techware Labs. It's been a while, and I haven't written too many things lately. I mean, none of us have really. Not since like 2015, but I try to go in here and write a couple of things because I miss writing articles. But if I go back, there's my Cherry MX, the keyboard I'm using, or I used to use, but I have another Cherry. The Red Devil. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There we go. And that's like my little review on it. So there it is. Like this is the card I have in my computer right now. Mm, this beautiful little baby boy. Oh, really? Pulse audio crashed? No, no. I mean, it could be just my microphone. I guess you're. Can you not hear anymore? Are you good? You back? You back? Um, maybe do a restart on the Pulse audio. I haven't had audio issues with any of these. Um, but the customization on Linux has always been great. Here, I right click and add desklet. Okay, cool. So like the edit menu on the KDE we just saw was fancy. I like the effects of it. Ooh la la. But like still like I'm cool with something super simple. And you can see already all my processors over here chilling. Memory, all that, GPU usage over here. Like, and then you can customize and download extras. It's the simple interface. That's what I really care about. I feel like KDE, like looking at this KDE interface on Bazzite, whatever you want to call it seems a little overdone, overcooked. You know what I mean? Like it's great, but like give me a medium rare steak. I'm not like going for like a fully gray cooked piece of beef. Give me a little bit of red in my meat. And that's what I look at like Linux Mint as. I mean, I look at a lot of Debian based ones. Anything that uses GNOME and apt. There you go. Yeah. Nice. So you're an avid user of the command prompt. Very cool. Very cool. I'm a fan. I'm super fan. Actually, I have my Nmap in here. Uh, I did a little, let me see, where is it? Play around with some scripts here. Code. I did a little Python script to create a socket for a connection where I can ping it with Nmap and test out some stuff. So this basically starts a server 000 10,000. We have a little printout to let the user know because you know that's us, and then takes that information as the pointer, binds the socket to the address, and then starts the listening process. And then we basically wait for a connection to happen. And the while true loop is just continues on forever. So I turned that sucker on. It's super easy. I mean, not super easy. This is just kind of like using and piggybacking on the socket API library. But then I can go in here and throw in a scan on my port. And this was port 10,000, right? Hold on, my fucking cables are all over the place. Sometimes my microphone may cut out because I'm moving around and it's got a very flimsy connection point. Need another microphone. But it's always worked for me. I've had the MXL Trio for like ages. One of my favorite mics. I like the little US, auxiliary port built in. And then I'll do a Nmap. What was it? It's V. I'll do a VA and do 27001. But then it did send some connections and it crashed it. So last time I did something like this, I actually saw the payloads the Nmap was sending. Now I can also straight up do a ncat. I can do ncat direct connection to 127.0.0.1 and then port 10,000. Hey. Oh, that was on my Windows machine. Hold on. I'm a avid fan of networking. So you'll see that a lot within the channel. Okay, so then ncat to 127.0.0.1 at port 10,000. And then I can basically say hello, bloop, and then it returns a little bloop. So simple stuff. at least in the point of playing with sockets, doing a little programming here and there, testing out. So NCAT just kind of like a direct connector to a specific port, and then you can quote unquote inject specific types of things. Can I do it again? Test? No, it's only once. Broken pipe. I don't have a good I guess connection maintenance process. It only does the first connection and then drops it, so the pipe's not so great. But there was a case where what was the Nmap A? Was it A for like a full scan? I think it was A or V. A database 3 enable OS detection. Yeah, so let me do Nmap again without the V for verbose. Oh, there was a way that I took the packets that Nmap was sending and didn't give me an error, but actually showed me the raw packets, which was pretty cool. So there's that TCP that's open right now. Hmm. Anyway, I'm diving too much into networking on this little customization route. So I don't know if I want to continue and just reinstall Linux now, Linux Mint on my other computer, because I'm not, I mean, I don't know. Linux, the NVIDIA driver is still going to be an issue. I'm very happy with my AMD, to be honest. Actually, let me install 080 on here. So Linux Mint also has a kind of software store. What was it called? Was it just Software Manager? Yeah. See, it's so super simple. Like the Bazaar is a little too fancy for me. This one I can actually go into categories and stuff, but the Bazaar doesn't even do that much. Like it just kind of gives you like this list of applications. And if I go back to the main, nothing. I just can search. It's not intuitive. So then here I can look up 0AD. There's that same thing. Oh, I want it. I want it. I'm gonna play it on here. Forget you, Bazaar and Bazzite. It's an adorable way to try and make a stable system, but it's obviously not working. Because again, if you have an AMD system already and a custom set, yeah, that's it. That's it. There's no like again, there's got to be a layer that you add on top of your. Because this one's also Flatpak, honestly. Interesting. I'm still using Flatpak within, but this one's probably has multiple managers installed. You just saw me apt install NCAT, and now we're still doing Pacman over here. Not found. Install. Oh, huh? Wait a minute. What you say? Pacman's not in here, but I can install it. This is what I love about it. Before I tried to basically install apt, but I couldn't. But when I'm in this environment, I'm completely, oh, what? FlatHub.org. It's like a GitHub, but for Flatpaks. I suppose it is. Oh, it literally is just that. It's just that. It's just this into like a web app. That's adorable. Popular, new, updated. Even that doesn't have like categories. More trending, more productivity. Download web video and audio. Yeah, dude, you got a lot of tools on Linux too. But I mean, when I'm in Linux Mint, I can install whatever package managers I want. That's the beauty of it. And that's kind of going back to like versatility and usage. If you like kind of full customization of the way you work. Because I mean, you can base like I guess Bazzite would be like the top layer Windows Mac user. And then Linux Mint would be like the middle layer. You can have that experience or be a bit more technical. Anything below Linux Mint is going to be like Arch Linux. That's it. You're just going to basically install everything from scratch and the way you want it to, and then you're setting up whatever you'd like. But that's like super techie stuff, so it's not necessarily user friendly. But even then, Linux Mint still is insanely user friendly on the basis Ubuntu has kind of taken itself out as a over it's kind of becoming like I guess Bazzite and the way it's this over bulky, bloated. Keep in mind these are all tools you can install. And you can download YouTube videos. This is probably why they don't like us on Linux, because we have full freedom to do whatever we want on YouTube. I love Linux. Linux. And then you can basically batch yourself, download videos, internet speed. Ooh, look at that. It's fancy. RAM usage. I'm using a lot of RAM. Wait, no, 18%. I thought it was 18 gigs. Yikes. Oh, you can purchase stuff? Nah. Oh, you can do the standard Instagram support. Oh, you can extend your capabilities with the Pro version. I mean, technically, yeah, that's one way. I have other ways to download videos too, or download just the audio and just basically grab music from YouTube if I want to. A lot of chaos on the globe, man. There's a lot of earthquakes. There's one near Japan that's acting up recently. I've been trying to keep up with a lot of events happening. Sun's throwing freaking electromagnetic waves at us. But it's all good, y'all. It's all good. Life is all right. I really want to play Zero AD now. mm, Wi-Fi desk lit temperature measure. That actually might be useful. Contains a function called cause cinnamon to crash or freeze. Uh-oh. Let's go! Ah, look at that. It's an actual temperature measure. What are you temperaturing of? This doesn't look like a temperature that's in the computer. What? India. Temperature at India. What temperature? Are we looking at temperature in India? Like what? Okay. I like Simonin. Simonin. I like Simonin, you guys. Simonin's great. What am I doing here? I don't like this thing. It doesn't seem like, is this an actual like temperature from a particular country? Because definitely not 16 degrees anything here. System temp. Be sublimed. Oh, look, somebody has their first desk lit. This is the greatest though. Like you can basically create your own if you know how to play with systems. Configure, update interval, font size, dynamic coloring. Oh, there is all the thermal info, but I'm not gonna fudge around with that right now. I have to manually go into the thermals. It might work for some, not for me. Hmm. I guess the better desk clips will be at the very top. Google Calendar, weather, analog chronometer, Yahoo Finance quotes. I can use that. Where are, ooh, I can totally use that. Hell yeah, can I configure this sucker? Hells yeah, I can. Ooh, baby. All right. What the hell is MMM3M company? Meh. We want DXY. Can I get DXY in here? Amazon, fine. Microsoft, fine. JP Morgan, fine. GS. Dude, this is sick. Goldman Sachs, fine. I want to keep track of them. Cat's fine because Caterpillar will tell you some interesting stuff about the market. Bank of America. Oh no, Boeing Company. Yeah, that's fine. Apple, AMG, AXP. Don't care. They're fine. I can look through that through JP Morgan and Goldman. Um, Shoot, what else do I want in here? I want gold, or at least GLD. Can I refresh? How to refresh? Refresh quoted data. Oh, I can't do DXY? All right. Then I can do UUP, right? I can do UUP. Yeah, US dollar. Perfect. I just wanted to get a US dollar valuation here. US dollar is going down, yo. Care. But that means everything else is going up, so you'll see that correlation directly. It's not bullish. The bullish fund is not bullish. Boeing, Caterpillar, Chevron. I'd rather have, instead of that, I'd rather have Oxy. Occidental Petroleum. It's doing all right. KO Coca-Cola. Give or take, but I'd rather have McDonald's. Is that a good kind of MCD? Why they two? Why two McDonald's? Why you give me two McDonald's? Hmm. That's gonna tell me a lot about the general consumer, HD, Home Depot. That's gonna talk about the industry, industrial space, homes, construction. HD is a good one there. HON. I'm sorry, this turned into a random stock screening stream, but heck, uh, I do want to set and customize this a bit. I'm gonna put it somewhere else though. I don't like the background. Can I make the background something else? Layout. Yes, I can. Oh, ah, huh? Background color. The more solid, but this is not solid. This is like red. Why is that red? Oh, and I can't move it because it's transparent? Odd. Something odd about that. I'll keep it somewhere over here. That's too red. Why is it red? I don't understand why it's red. Maybe something in the way it's processing transparency. It's probably the red mask that for some reason wasn't, either it'll fix itself on a reboot or downtrend change, up change, or it's a permanent issue that has to be updated in the code. I wonder, you know what I want to know? I want to know how to make my own. So that means, let me see, these should be installed on my home folder. I should be able to show hidden file. Show hidden files? No, it's media. Home. There we go. Then maybe it's in Steam, PKI, Mozilla, Linux Mint, local, not binary share. Applications, widgets, Flatpaks, widgets, Vulkan, Trash, Rhythmbox, Plank, Pip, Nemo. Not in here. What I can maybe do is if I want to modify this widget, first, what's the name of it? Yahoo Finance. So let's go here. Let's do search finance. Free TV, Yahoo Finance, free TV. Okay, so that's in the channels. I have an application that actually goes through global channels and I can watch TV basically everywhere. This one right here, Hypnotics. And I can do TV channel. I can go to my general business because I am getting ready for the market. I mean, I still have 3 hours, 3.5 hours. And I have a student a little bit later too, but 10 o'clock, so I'll get to that. But I can go to Bloomberg.
Jamming up of markets comes unstuck.
The thing that's being discussed, and you could argue whether the Fed should cut rates or not, what's not being discussed is the high capital cost. Deal making,
Yup,
the L and LBO
we doing it.
is leverage.
We're
And
doing the
deal making is
market.
completely
Wait,
dependent
what?
on
No,
the
thanks.
cost of capital.
Wait,
So
I'm clicking on this and it's
prices
taking me to Yahoo
of
Finance.
transactions, multiples to EBITDA
Where are
have
you?
not
Why?
gone down enough. And
Why
basically,
are you
you've got a
taking me to
log
the Yahoo
jam of
Finance?
deals to do, either for sale or to buy.
Oh, maybe.
But the
Huh?
problem is if you run traditional LBO
Oh,
models, the capital costs are very high.
what?
And it's hard to
Move it.
justify making acquisitions with
I don't
high
care for
cost of
this.
capital. And think about it. Our balance
Don't take me
sheets,
to the stupid
we're
website.
basically put in place our debt
Boring. Oh. Oh, really? Just a regular
operational
click takes me there?
expertise
Ugh.
and
What if I
resources. And in our
accidentally click
case,
on this stupid thing? Can I turn that
we've
off?
developed a whole
Show
consulting partners,
price,
certainly. And
trading,
we also have a technology
time,
affiliate that drives a
add
lot of
link
value
to
through tech
name,
enablement
click
in a
name.
variety of ways.
Well, you know what?
That
I
wasn't whiteboarded
suppose if it's
20
taking me
years
to
ago.
like, let's
But
say,
as over
uh,
time, you realize you're really
Boeing.
deficient in some of the toolbox tools. And we developed and very fortunate to have these. And you have to have resources today to drive value, and you've
Okay,
got to
so it is taking me
assist
to Boeing and
and
giving
work
me the
with management
details there
teams
directly.
to optimize their
It's a good
businesses.
feature. I'll keep it. I just
And we
can't
just happen to have a
accidentally
pretty
click on
interesting business model
that
today.
and
I would love
constantly
to know
have this
because I know a
popping
lot of
up.
the in-house consultants and your exposure with different companies is some
Boeing,
kind of
interesting,
consumer
man. Boeing's got
related
airplanes falling off
companies,
the
and you've seen
sky and
a
they're
bit of
still
an
going,
unevenness in earnings. Coca-Cola's of the
but
world are able to
it's
rise
not
prices.
really
The GMs of the
it's not really a technical, or it's not really a fundamental, it's more of a technical. Although it is fundamental in the case that we're printing a shit ton of money through the big beautiful bill and we're going to basically bail out all the banks that are having issues. So this is happening again circa 2008. Uh, but that's a thing. Hold on, let me configure more. I have a set of specific ones that I look at. Trading View is my general place. I have a no, couple of bookmarks. Ooh, well, no, this is not the same place, but I do have my music, don't I? Hey, hey. So this is the music player that we can use. I want to do some samisen. Open with celluloid? Celluloid? That's like a basic edit image here. Meh. Open up in Rhythm Box, baby. Give me that beautiful stuff from back in the day. All right. That's true. That's true. Boeing does have a ton, and especially with war. Wait, that's one I can add. Hold on. The M, the military with the M, Marquis, Mark. Uh, my brain works weird. Sometimes it knows what the hell it wants to say. Other times it just doesn't fucking do it. Mar, Mar, Lockheed. Lockheed? Yeah. Brain. Function. Exist. Hold on. Lockheed Martin! Lockheed Martin. Backwards. Martin Lockheed. Lockheed Martin. Alright, that's the one. Lockheed Martin. Ticker. That's the one I want to see. LMT. Alright. Procter and Gamble, that's fine. Salesforce. That's kind of like the 2021 COVID work from home thing, but I think that's ending with AI. I think AI is going to replace basically most work. You're gonna have, because in Europe, you do have some people that have like a week per month that can do remote work from home or from another location, but they still have a requirement to come into the office for the other 3 weeks. So there's still that kind of balance between work from home versus work at the location. Oh, NVIDIA? Yeah, it's got to be in here. It's one of the top. It came with it. IBM's in here. Who the hell cares about IBM anymore? Machines, Honeywell, Intel, INT. Was it INT? Let me go. Why is still McDonald's showing twice? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out why McDonald's decides to show itself twice. I just put it once. MCD. You think you're special, McDonald's? I'll put you at the end of the list, you greedy motherfucker. Shit. And it's not even at the end of the list. Wait, hold up. I made space. Is that gonna mess something up? McDonald's just really wants to double dip, man. All right, so INTC, INBM, Nvidia, Nike, Microsoft, J&J, which should be with Procter and Gamble, JPM should be with Goldman Sachs. Chipotle. Oh wait. Uh, 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 uh. What was that warehousing company that? Not even warehousing. Costco's. I need Costco's. I need to see what's happening with Costco's to see how the adjustments are happening. Damn, dude, Costco's insane. Cisco, Costco's gonna go with Schmuckadonalds. Nvidia's there. Martin, Lockheed Martin. uh, what else? What else? Sudo D message lol PNG. Yeah, yeah, I'll do that. So APLBA, nice one. Okay, I don't want to click that. If the music's too loud, let me know. I can't really judge it too much. It feels like it's fine. It's like kind of backgroundish. Can I do cover mode? Where's the cover mode? Give me a nice looking toolbar, extra pane, show hidden files, list, icon, compact, icon. This one doesn't have cover mode? That's not fair. I think it used to. No. Oh wait, I'm dumb. That's not even rhythm box. Hold on. That's over here. D message is basically the logs of the system, so yeah, it'll look very pretty. Not even just the system, the kernel. That's adorable. What else? What else? What else? What else? HD Han, Honeywell International. What the hell was Honeywell? The future will make is international, publicly traded. Impact aerospace building automation. Ah, that's the future of stuff. True. Okay, that's fair. That's a fine one to keep. Stop with the clicks. I'm opening windows all over the place. Donald's Merck & Co. I don't learn anything per live stream. I teach at Patreon, I teach at Stigme, I teach take lessons, lesson face. I teach for my real life stuff. I'm not like a I don't make money off of streaming. This is just kind of for fun when I'm chilling, when I got R&R, and I just want to teach people how to do stuff. I don't get paid for this, so welcome. This is not how I survive. This is for fun. All y'all think, because this is the thing too, like Twitch comes in all the time, like I can get you 1,000 viewers and blah 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 for 25 bucks. I'm like, bro, I don't even do this for money. Why the hell would I want to do that? Like, I'm just chilling here. If you like my stuff, you join. If you don't, you just go F off. That's fine. Like, what the? What are these things? Hmm. It's interesting. Congratulations. Congratulations. Totally believe it. That's that is kind of interesting. Like I'm looking it up on my other computer. Just because I don't want to like dox any system pieces on my other computer with these kernel requests you guys are trying to grab from my computer. But what if I do, yeah, a play? That WAV sounds interesting. I actually changed it into a freaking sound. That's weird. Hold on. Okay, so what about your PNG thing? I'm very skeptical about following people's requests or command line. Oh wait, hold on. Command line commands, because you never copy and paste code online before you know what it does. It's just the way of the internet. I mean, the actual PNG process didn't really do anything. The WAV created a very interesting thing, but the PNG not quite opening up like a image. Not sure. Not sure. But yeah, I got some random computer speaking buzz and chuzz and bruzz and whatever. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Um, Walt Disney Company, honestly, not that important anymore. I'm gonna remove Disney. Walmart's important. Visa, Verizon, decent. I'd say AT&T is more important because I think that if anything goes wrong, AT&T is gonna feel it first. Verizon's always been more stable. Hold on. Visa. This was just V. And then I'll just do T. United Health Group, that's fair. United Health Group getting some lawsuits from JP Morgan for fulfilling healthcare requests. It's funny. Can I do? I can probably do BTC, right? Can I? Think I have to do. Oh yeah, there it is, mini trust. But that's the actual thing. So maybe I gotta do USD, BTC USD. No, I think it was a dash in the middle. Yeah, there it is. Let me put that at the bottom here. I've worked with the Yahoo API before. I have my own bot that basically does the Markowitz, the Markov chain algorithm portfolio tester for 10,000 random portfolios, tries to find the most optimized version of that portfolio. So I've been playing with the Yahoo access point for a while now. Let's do ETH USD. I'm always a fan of Doge USD. Ooh. Now we're getting a little bit out of bounds. There we go. Can I make like a divider? Just a custom divider? Nope, I cannot. Because my cat has its own mind and likes to chill outside in the sun and not have to be on my lap all the time. Sometimes he's chilling. Okay, so for USBs, Arch Linux, you're gonna be looking at quite the process. But if you're just trying to burn a USB or ISO onto USB, I got a couple of recommendations. If you're just doing one, let's say you get a 8 GB USB and you want to dedicate the whole space to that one uh operating system or ISO, Rufus. Rufus is your best way to go. Easiest way, pick the ISO, you pick the USB, and you essentially set up that one operating system. You should also be able, you can make it alive. If you have more space, you can make it alive with actual persistent storage. So it basically acts as a portable operating system, and you can plug it into any computer and then just bootload into it, and then you can use like your own system instead of like the person's computer system. Uh, that's possible here. This is showing how to do a Windows 22H2 though, but whatever, you can do any ISO. If you want like a full tool set that you want to basically, so you've got, let me do this first, hold on. So we've got Yumi. No, wait, Rufus. So you can either do Rufus for a single ISO on a specific device. It can be USB, it can be hard drive, it can be whatever. And then you can also, that's again just for a single. I think there is a persistent setting somewhere, advanced drive properties, where you can set up an actual like space where you can still save files on top of it. If you have a bigger than 8 GB size, but for instance, this is doing a Windows 22H2 installation, 8 GB USB currently plugged in, and it's going to take about 4.4 GB of space. I'm not sure if Windows can do the persistent partition, but there is ways where Rufus can basically create a file system on your USB so you can use it as its own. If you're looking for a multi-boot, basically, hold on. There it is. Pen drive create. This one. There you go. Yumi basically does a method where it partitions the drive in multiple ways. You can actually do a whole drive or just to use individual USB. And you can use this to partition, it does it for you. It partitions one little spot for the actual like Yumi operating system. Yumi is a kind of like no grub where it acts as a bootloader, and then it copies the ISOs onto another partition on the USB, and you can copy anything. You have actually this list here for step 2. You click on that, you have a whole list of options that you can go through and select what kind of operating system you want. Linux. Yeah, please throw in more potentially harmful commands in chat. That's what we're gonna be here. We're gonna crash people's computers. Don't put anything you see in chat in your terminal, please. We're gonna be. This is kind of like the problem with being a techie online, because you're gonna have people throwing in rm sudo space rm space dash r space slash and like random shit like, oh, get free cookies if you type this. And I remember back in AIM days, there was that random AOL Instant Messenger hack, I guess, where you would like get a free what is it? Get a free cup holder, and you're like, what? Click here, huh? And then the freaking CD drive pops out like a cup holder. It's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those rowdy chats when we get to that point of like having spam all over the place. Yes, you always read scripts, always understand what the actual like code is doing. We'll try not to be malicious, but you'll have some trolls out there copying and pasting and trying to put some malicious things up in there. Anyway, back to Yumi. This one actually is one of my favorite. I have a 128 SD card plugged into a USB SD adapter. And, well, technically I have a USB 3.0 too on this side. So I can potentially boot off of it on like a phone. But I haven't tried something like that yet. But more particularly, it's easier to boot off on a PC because you plug this in, you've got that partition on Yumi already set, and you don't just do like operating systems, but it has more complex tools, security tools, you basically have Gparted, which I went through thoroughly on the live, where it goes through a lot of details on how to partition your hard drive and so on and so forth. So basically, a ton, a ton of things. But Yumi is one of my favorites. It basically lets you explore, and all you don't even have to like go crazy with like installing. You just oh wait, hold on. Yumi was the one with the persistent. Oh, okay. Step four, create a persistent file size. You can actually take a whole hard drive and convert it into just a bunch of operating system, like a 500 gigabyte regular. This is actually 2 terabytes, but like a 2 terabyte regular hard drive, and let Yumi create like a complete multi-boot system on it, and then just plug that in anywhere and just kind of do whatever. I don't know if anyone has SATA anymore, but this is safe source. Trust me, bro. True. This is not going to harm your computer. ARM sudo space rm space dash r slash not gonna harm your computer. Trust me, bro. Or Alt F4 for cookies when you're in the middle of a game and you're about to kick someone's ass and the other guy doesn't know what to do for the computer stuff. Is like, oh, if you want some hacks, press Alt F4, guys. Disconnect, disconnect, disconnect. That was back in the day. Everyone knows Alt F4 at this point. Like, let you flux, like flux or actually, or what? Say what now? Let me flex. So you're trying to mount a random to the NVMe with a 2 mega. Oh, let me fix. Oh, okay. BS was what? BS was what? Status progress. I mean, DD is a mounting process. You're mounting something from something. So the input to the output. You're like, are you trying to like mount a random to the actual currently mounted NVMe and kind of like crash it? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not haven't used DD in forever. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, that's another case. Damn, imagine that. Because you can still like, RMR, but RM can recover because RM, when you delete files, it just kind of removes like the location of the file and it's still there. It's just not registered in like the overall secretary or librarian register, right? It's just gone until you actually download a new file and it overwrites it. But if you're like writing random bytes on top of your NVMe, yeah. Is that you random? Okay, so dev you random. Is that because dev normally contains partitions? Hold up. DD convert and copy a file. Copy a file converting the format according to operands. BS bytes. Okay. Count N only. You have an input file, output file. Got it. So input file you grabbed from a urandom. That's true. Uh, is that an actual like attachment? Like it's not a file. It's an actual function to continuously write random crap and it just exists in the dev space? Hold up, that's weird. Yeah, okay, okay. The TTY loop. Okay, so you do have certain factors that use. Right. These are just kind of recreated disk utilities in a way. True. CPU DMA latency. Right. TTY. The different types of what was it? TTY tele something. SD out in normal mapper. True. So urandom is actually I thought this was just a location normally just to have like your SD, yeah, right here, SDB. This is what I've normally looked at. SDB, SDB1, you know, your type of mounts that you might have, the partitions that are connected and recognized. But oh, there's random. But then there's you random. What's okay? So what's cat dev random? They're not the same thing. Random bits and bytes. Love it. Is it really random or is it done by the time level? So I love how why do so many of you know how to do malicious things on computers? Why are you what is going on, you guys? What is this like the first thing when you learn a new language is how to say fuck shit and all the bad things and then you start learning the regular nice things to say? Like is this the same thing on like the Linux language kind of concept? Like if you're gonna become a techie, the first thing is to know how to wipe a computer or random bytes it or crash on a running sysrq trigger trying to echo the information. I guess. I mean, if you know how to break it, you know how to break it. How is it impressive that, you know, you can break things? You can break things easy. It's like, you know, when you're a kid, you always break things. You have Legos, or actually, you have like a little brother and a big brother. Big brother is now going into like building stuff, and the little brother just left him smack shit all over the floor. But eventually, the little brother grows up and he starts building on top of it, right? So, like, eventually, you go away from breaking things to be the creator of things. But I guess, you know, have fun while you break stuff. Just don't break stuff for other people too. It's adorbs. It is a boy thing. It is a guy thing. We like to destroy things in the beginning as children, and then eventually we're so intricate with destruction, we see how simple it is, and then we start creating afterwards. We're I guess that's kind of like the interactive brain attempting to make sense of the world, to destroy something to see how it can be destroyed, whether it's a tower of Legos or you know, you push a cup off the side like a cat and see if what happens with gravity when that cup gets on the ground. I mean, yeah, guys are very much very analytical for sure, but they're analytical in the sense of like the physical realm. Girls are analytical in the mental realm. This is kind of like the two sides of the coin. The guys, we can care less about the mental realm. We're like, oh, it can destroy this or that. They're all big boobs. Like, you know what I mean? The physical realm. Um, it's funny. It's funny. What else can I do up on this? I did want to go and find out how I can customize this though. Hold on. Why am I keep clicking on it? I don't want to remove it. Okay, if I want to figure out where the desklets are. So Linux Mint desklet directory. Let's look at the code. I want to look at the desklet code. Maybe I want to make my own desklets. Share cinnamon desklet. I was there. I was already kind of there. Right? No, I did local. Local. Oh yeah, yeah, I did local, but then share. Yeah, I was kind of there. I just didn't think to go into cinnamon, right? So desklets are cinnamon things. All right, so let's see the YF quote thing. All right, so we got the J. Oh, it's JavaScript. Are you kidding me? They're doing local stuff. Hold on. Literally, a desklet is just, dude, love it. I love it. Well, actually, it's like a local. Hold on, hold on. Hmm. So it might be because we're not using JavaScript as a client right now. This should be safe for real. Trust me, bro. So you want me to enter the string Chris into the uh some sort of system request trigger, no thanks. Good luck. If I don't see you in 5 minutes, I assume you crashed for a moment. Okay, so desklets are pretty cool. It's basically a JavaScript script, but it is a local server-based script. It's not a client running on top. Well, I guess, I mean, if you think of Node.js clients still run on the V8 engine. Okay, so where's the Yahoo URL? Constructor, Yahoo Finance, quote reader, get cookie, get, okay. So we're using a get request for the URL. Cool. Soup.message, we're importing soup. Is it beautiful soup? Are we using beautiful soup in JavaScript? I think so. Interesting. Get crumb function, crumb URL, curl arguments. Okay, so what would be the updated? Let's see what a keyword updated is. Updated at. There we go. Create last update label. So this is the very bottom here at the time value of update. As far as a ST label, I'm not sure what ST is, but it's a container of some sort for probably the interface. A container for the interface. Send custom user agent, invalid path. Ooh, change icon, quote name. Ooh. Okay, so you've got change icon for the up and down arrow, I guess. Quote name would be the name of the long name. No. Link quote link symbol. This will be the ticker. Market price. So yeah, this is the order in which we're seeing this set of values come up, looks like. So change icon is the up and down arrow. Quote name. Use long name and quote name is kind of confusing. Then the link quote. That might be the click. So when I click on a specific icon, it takes me to the link on the URL. Quote symbol would now be these symbols or tickers. Link symbol, also a link to the symbol. Okay, currency symbol, US dollar. Depending, I guess you change that. You can change to euro and whatever. Absolute change. Current symbol, absolute change, percent change. Yeah, we're kind of seeing that, but I don't see the percent. I guess that's the percent. Right? Oh, hold on. I don't even have the main ones up here. So UUP, SPY, QQQ. Let me also get VIX up in this. Oh, I can't do VIX, huh? How about... Yeah, proc. Yo, don't try it. The CS4 crash? Really? Like, is it reading each character independently when it's when it's going in? I think I found a new YouTube name. CS4 crash. Thanks for that. Pseudo yay. You smell correctly. We're playing with some Linux right now. Looking at some backend code for the desklets. Just kind of chilling with Linux. And looking at some quotes. What time is it? I'm always trying to figure out what time it is. Okay, 1 o'clock. No, 1 o'clock one place location. 6 o'clock in another location. I work in 2 mental time zone locations. So, alright, now I'm curious. Because I don't want to crash my main system here, I'm going to go ahead and do this on the Bazzite crap that I want to replace. I hate Bazzite already. Wait, I'm doing the wrong keyboard. So you're telling me we can inject... What? We can inject into proc. What if I just cat proc real quick? What's proc? Sys. Hey, I'm gonna break something. Sys RQ system request trigger. Permission denied. Oh, of course. Sudo. Forgot. Mambayid. So if I cat that sucker, input output error. Okay, so basically it's accepting an input on the system request trigger, which is probably going to take it into a process. So that's the trigger entry point for a process you want to run. You're making me want to do this now. Try yay, not Chris. Show global CV registers. And this kernel official doc. Ah. Okay, well let me check. Oh, hold on. That's a good little learning process here. So, proc sys rq trigger doc. Oh, lol. Wow. True. There's got to be a reference. Oh, there we go. All right, all right. There's a reference guide. Of course, of course. So use the echo command to write to this file. Yep, remote root user can execute most system requests. Yep. It's a kernel feature. Reference guide, boot process, file system structure, X Windows system, network services, security tools. Changes to this manual. Stop. Okay, boomer. It is a case scenario where Linux kernel docs. I had an instance where somebody was actually doing some. I mean, this is again the. I don't trust Twitch. I like you guys so far, but I don't generally trust Twitch because someone decided to screw with my niceness and sent me a link to a Flappy Bird game, and then ended up basically injecting into my Windows system, which is one of kind of the starting points. It's a Red Hat feature, so you know what it says is different than what it actually does. They don't give you, I'm sure they won't disclose every single feature of it, yeah. Or at least they'll try to play around with bureaucratic words to try and figure out, but you have to kind of decrypt the language to figure it out. Uh, okay. What the Hello? It's not where I went. Give me the reference. Give me the freaking. Where did we just go? Introduction? Legal notice? Okay. That's all you're gonna tell me, and then you're gonna take me next to introduction? Security references? Hold on. Boot. Okay. I gotta use this. I can't use next because it's gonna kick me off of the space. So boots, yes. SB etcf stab, yes, yes. Detailed look at the boot process, shutting down grub bootloader file structure. X Windows network services references. Oh my god, just give me proc, man. Yeah. All right. Directory contains special files, extract information from or send information to the kernel. So it's basically kernel communication. SBin directory stores executables used by the root. Yeah, makes sense. Bin and SBin. Contains binaries essential for booting, recovering bin or general program binaries. User has its own program internal. I mean, this is kind of like if you ever. Yikes. I mean, you're using a VM. This gets a little catchy OS. Catchy OS? What? Ah, man, there's so many operating systems. What does it use? XFCE? Normally they try to optimize it, not only use like Arch Linux in the back end. Power up, select your preferred edition. Okay, you have choices. Nope. Nope. I hate KDE Plasma because they can never get it stable. I hate... I thought it was Wayland. Did they change it to Wayfire? Whatever way it is, I don't like it either way. I'm a fan of GNOME, XFCE, Cinnamon lately, and Mates, and LXDE. Those LXDE and XFCE is like the lightest possible user interface you can get on the PC, especially if you have like a old ass computer. The Red Hat Cipher is more of a social context switch. Yeah, I agree. It's all bureaucratic, man. They're all just messing around with all like with the general connotations of usage of words to obfuscate the possibilities of harmful usage. Which, in the end, a tool is a tool. You have an axe, you can build a house. You can get some trees down, build a house, have a family, and live your life great. If you're psychotic, an axe is a totally different tool. And I don't know how to go further on that one. A tool is a tool, and a person deciding to use a tool for whatever purposes, hopefully we all choose the good case scenario. For some of us out there, they got a couple of brain wires shorted. Well, that's why we have, well, we don't have problem. Asmongold said it. We need more mental institutions because all the crazies are out there. 100% agree with that. Asmon is 100%. 100% correct. Too many people have been somehow getting away from going to mental institutions, and they're out there on the internet literally spreading their mental virus. Can I rant a little bit here and there? Probably, just a little bit. Okay, but Wayfire, I know it's a desktop environment, but Wayfire versus Wayland. I'm not trusting Wayland at all. Hmm. Hold on. What was it? No, Wayland versus X11. What's that about then? Maybe it's not a, okay, so Wayland is basically the driver between the communication of the window manager and the graphics card. Wayfire must be using Wayland versus a typical X11 process that we normally have and we've had for like ever, and we never really needed to go anywhere else about it. So I'm guessing then Wayfire, because it's named accordingly. Yeah, okay, there we go. That makes sense now. Yes. And Stian, probably better to go on YouTube, yeah, because Twitch got a little bit of censorship because I get a lot of spam, a lot of links, and a lot of things I don't want to deal with. Twitch isn't the cleanest chat I've ever seen. So, good change there. And you got a little color in your name. That's nice. Red Hat Cypher is more social, bro. Hyperland? Let's see Hyperland. I haven't heard of Hyperland. Dynamic tiling. Modern compositor with the looks. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. Go back. Do that thing again. I mean, you don't have a... Uh-huh. I mean, it looks fancy. Alright. Interesting. I mean, you kind of can do that. Yeah. Oh yeah, Fibonacci. Let's go. Let's go. Give me that Fibonacci spiral. But really, do we need all that though? Like, do you really? Yeah, it's all command based, so knowing all the key triggers on your keyboard to do the commands is cool. I mean, it's nice if you like to use the terminal more than anything else. Because the only thing that fits in that tiny space is going to be a terminal, if you really get that many pieces to it. So I like it. I like it. Dynamic tiling is pretty cool. Filling that space, so it constantly fills in the space. That reminds me, like this would be a great feature for most tablets. Most tablets that can do or would be able to do a type of full screen but multi-window system. This would be perfect for tablets. That's your most based catchy OS. Well, that's the first I heard of it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I haven't tried it yet, but let's see some wikis on it. How it improves performance. Give me the gist. Custom kernel tune, performance stability. Okay. Custom CPU scheduler support, hardware detection. Cool. I mean, that's kind of most boot managers, kernel flavors, file systems. See, when they talk about modifying kernels on a specific system, every OS has its own kernel modified custom system. But it takes something very crafty on that low level to make any other kernel different from any other kernel. Otherwise, you might just use the bare start and just compile your own kernel based on your own system. I mean, that's kind of the main key is if you can compile your own kernel based on your already configured system that you've customized to your system, your motherboard, your everything involved, and then get rid of all the extra bulk inside of the kernel, you will have the best kernel for that computer. But it's when they try to make this sort of one kernel fits all cookie cutter approach that the kernel starts to get a bit foggy. So, second of the terminal, best UI. Like, yeah, the terminal was the best UI. Well, okay. The terminal is, we can agree at least, if not the most intuitive way of doing things by just typing your requests. Because we're seeing already, we prefer AI because we can type our requests. We're seeing people and programmers go into vibe coding because they can say, make me an application that does this. Isn't that an advanced terminal? Isn't that an advanced intelligent terminal that's spitting back code? So how can we go from terminal to UI and now back to AI terminal? Think about that, right? So AI just kind of gave us the next flavor of automated processes where we can just take our words and create something out of them. Terminal was that back in 1975, except we had commands that we had to organize into a specific set because we had basically arguments we had to input into a function and then create a specific if else route to get to the final piece, right? So ls slash directory to list, whatever. So the terminal in its basic sense is more dynamic, but if you're a techie, if you like that kind of stuff and you like to explore, thanks. Respect on the kernel agreement. I mean, it's just kind of simplistic. It's always the case where, and a terminal again is that very root piece. I would even say it's close to like the argument with the kernel. The terminal, you can modify anything you want. But then when you create a GUI on top of it, trying to appease the general user base, which, you know, you want to, because you want everyone involved in the computer world, you're essentially like creating a layer of obfuscation where you're limiting the power of the terminal just for the basic functionality. Oh, you want to list a directory and put them as little icons? Less. Instead of having ls-h, ls-this and this and this, and all these other arguments and assortments and whatever. So yeah, in a way, is it the best? I guess that's a very not objective, but that's a very perspective-based opinion. For someone who doesn't care for a terminal and being able to have all those functionalities on the tip of their fingers in the typing process, remembering every single possible argument and you can put into a specific command, sure, it's not the best. It's totally redundant. It's totally ridiculous to have to me type everything just to see how many files I have. But for those that can say, hey, I can go to proc and send a system trigger to my freaking processor kernel, I mean, for us, it's kind of more fun. So, in a way, it's a kind of dual-sided sword. It's great, but it's also not. But the kernel argument stays. And it's kind of always the case with any application system when we keep putting more and more obfuscations for convenience and simplicities, we bury the root power of that particular system, aka the terminal commands themselves. Like a Mobius strip? Hold on, Mobius. I mean, in a way, not a Mobius strip. I think I know the argument, but not the strip. There's something involved with this. Elaborate? The Mobius. But that's kind of like the idea too. It's now it's the first time I actually thought about this. We started with terminal. A black screen, type in your command. And as of a English-based communication factor as you can. CD, change directory, acronyms, space, this directory, whatever. It's still kind of English related. It comes from like assembly when you have MOV, register 1 to register 2, sort of like it's still not English, but it's way better than 001001001111000, like, functionality at least. So we went from black screen commands to, oh, look, icons and prettiness and a mouse that I can move around. And we're kind of like degrading back to just black screen commands. But think about what that black screen command now does. What does it do? It does whatever you tell it to do. So we're basically back to 1975 terminal commands. It's just that now our terminal has a brain. How about that for a fucking brain mush, or brain explosion? So we're kind of going back to it in a way. And that's kind of the idea, right? What's the more intuitive way we communicate as human beings? It's just communication like I am to you right now with words. Except, I don't have to type it to you. You guys got to type it in the channel, which is cool, and then I can read it. But in the general sense of things, is this the most intuitive way for me to communicate with a computer? I wouldn't really say so. I kind of get the point and click thing, but if I can just say, hey, computer, go to and do the thing I wanted to do, and then the computer's like, okay, sir, Jarvis, let me do that thing for you. It's like, all right, now I'm gonna sip some coffee, and then you can work for me, and I can just make money off the side there. So it's a real weird trip. It's a weird trip we're considering, and I didn't really think about the full extent of it until I thought about it right now. Let me put in UVix in here. Let's go back to stocks. My ADHD is craving some diversity. Not UVix, that's leverage. UVXY. One of those standing microphones that I don't have to touch cables for them. Pro shares, there it is. Vix is cooling off. What about, okay, hold on. SPY is for Vix. Q is for SQQ. Get those reversed back and forths. Amazon, I couldn't really care for. Apple, gold, we got gold, good. Dollar up top. If you're not liked or subscribed, make sure to support me if you enjoy these random charts and conversations we have. We're chilling with Linux. You can do anything on Linux, obviously. And in this case, we're essentially, well, doing stocks, talking about the trips of kernel management, basically whatever floats the boat. So like it. We got 5 people and viewers. Why haven't you liked it yet? You don't like me? My trip wasn't good enough for you? Do I gotta keep ranting? Oh man. Goldman Sachs Group Inc. Banks, JP Morgan, Procter & Gamble, Johnson Johnson, Microsoft, Nvidia, International Business, IBM, Intel, Home Depot, Cisco. Home Depot should go with Caterpillar. I need to organize these and get a good bird's eye view of the market. The hell was Merck again? I don't think I want Merck. Merck. I'm RK. Some of these are kind of just unnecessary. Sherwin-Williams. AT&T. Visa. Right. United Health Group. Traveling. TRV. Nike, Salesforce, Costco, Goldman Sachs. Oh, I hate how our system is basically buy a stock. It goes more up than your wages when you actually go do physical work. And then they're like, wait, why don't you do physical work? And you're like, well, because the stocks have been going up over the time period more than the actual wage increase. Or of course it's happening because we keep fucking pumping our market up with shit. We did it again with the big beautiful bill. Look what that did. We're in the all-time highs now. Kind of basing. One thing I'm skeptical about is the volume. I've been trying to find a pattern in the volume. But look, man, less and less transactions are happening ever since 2008, but we're still going up. My thought here, yeah, that's true. You need to keep working for lower wages. Use Python for that reverse. Uh, my concern is that AI is probably so intertwined with the market that it's so efficient on knowing your typical technicals and fundamental understanding that it takes less and less volume to manipulate the market. So we see a continuous upward trend. I do see a little bit of a pop here though. We are coming back to like the last time we had a volume up here, which was after 2020. We might be literally coming back to another to a 2020 run right here. It looks exactly like this. Like if you take come on, this, and then compare it to that, like we're somewhere. Where are my rectangle? Here. So if you take this, it's basically looking like this. And that's because we printed a shit ton of money. What was it? $8 trillion for 2020 COVID relief to whatever. It does look like crap. It just looks like it's continuously going. But you know what else it looks like? Let's go to Germany, guys. Let's take a trip to Germany. German inflation 1920s. I don't know if you've seen this graph, but man, oh man. Man, oh man. If you think market can't go up, you gotta look at what happened to the fucking market here. Oh my god. Exponential dive. I think we're here. Let's see, hold on. Look at how much the valuation of this turned out to be. You know why? Because the fucking mark ended up being shit. They kept printing and printing and printing. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Hold on. Hold on. I see it already. I think you may see that pattern here. Yup. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. The word mark. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You see these little two bumps up here that didn't really go crazy, but they were like, all right, we're stable, right? We go up, everyone's in the market. We go down, people left the market, and we go back up when everyone's back in the market, but we didn't have chaos, right? And then, well, look at this hill. Look at this hill, right? Huh? 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 Hold on. Hold on. Can I do a snip here? Ugh. How do this freaking print screen? Wow, look, Linux actually uses the print screen button. Uh, hold up. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There we go. Ooh, print screen button. Like, in our lifetime, I don't know. I think it's exponentially getting faster and faster. I mean, look how long it took. I mean, we're kind of on a slower process. No, it's fine. We're in a slower process, so we're looking at like this is like me trying to like paint a 5 by 5 inch canvas with like a wall paint roller using GIMP to do this little editing here. But this here, right? We had the bump, and then drop. We kind of had the drop here. Adjustments, though, you have to consider a couple of adjustments for the fact that, I mean, we can even attribute a little bit less. We can attribute this much to that. And then consider this little bump here. This little bump here. Oh, well, we're probably a little bit further down the road than that. But maybe not even, because it zoomed out so much from the actual scale. So we could be not here, but still like on this section here. We could, it's really hard to like really mark down where we could be, but I think we're somewhere here in the red. But I mean, at that point, once you lose control and exponentiality comes in, like basically, basically the long phase before the exponential. At least that's what it feels like. Because I mean, here, look at this section here. And maybe this is just literally how all progressive systems go after a while because human beings have a growth focused increase in life and productivity. And then when you get to certain highs, human beings get a little manipulative, emotions go up and down, play around with the money market, you get a little too comfortable, and then you're fucking around too much and you're finding out, oh, wait a minute, we can't buy our leverage and credit back, and we gotta pump the market so we can get ourselves back into order. But oh my God, we're in this debt-based system now, and we're continuously printing money to pay the past debt on high interest, and we can't lower the interest because inflation's gonna fuck up. So yeah, man, we're gonna print. We're gonna print. We're just gonna keep printing. Inflation's gonna keep going, in my opinion. Because what if we don't print? The end result is that we have to pay our debt. We have to somehow reduce it from 40 trillion. What is it now? It's got to be about 40 trillion by now, right? Meh, fuck off. I don't need you anymore. Lots of numbers. But we're looking at this one here. I think it's like gotta be 40 trillion, 41 trillion. Like it's about to like surpass the amount of money we have to pay in interest is about to surpass, if not already surpass, the military budget we have. No, I mean, who the fuck's debt is it? Yeah, no, we're not 40 yet. We're not 40 yet. Like that's the problem, right? We have to cut this at least in half to stabilize. But you know what? We got to start going down to even think about cutting in half. So what the fuck? We just keep printing, we keep going. The Doge clock is going. Right, million billion, we're at 567 billion. So in a way, I do see this slowing down because potentially the Doge clock is doing its thing. But then Trump comes in with like the big beautiful bill bullshit and is like, "Oh, well, yeah, we're saving money. Let's do 8 trillion more over the next 10 years." Like, why did we do that? We're trying so hard to like clean up the fucking money that's being potentially, if not 90% of it, being completely. The biggest difference between a first world country like the US and a third world country like Uganda is that Ugandans, sorry, Uganda, or anyone within like the third world country, because I live in both. I have a house in one and I have an apartment in the other. But everyone in the third world country isn't clever enough to basically be able to submit populace. They're basically gonna like rally at any point in time when they see they can do small like corruption, like, oh, let's fix the highway. It's gonna cost us 10 million or 10 billion with these resources, but then they're really good resources, but then they go, we're gonna skimp out and get the cheaper resources and actually only spend 5 billion. And then we'll pocket the other 5 billion and say we did it. Like that's the corruption you're gonna get in like a third world country. In a first world country, everyone's comfy as shit. You got luxuries until you don't. And they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna send money to this place for, well, what we've seen lately, transvestites over in Brazil, or this art's over here. And it's like, why are we just spreading money out like it's fucking candy when we got this debt clock literally overheating over here? And now we got Doge, which was a great step. I will say that's one of the best steps I've seen since maybe Clinton ages. I don't know what happened there when they actually reversed the clock on that. But that was probably war related, selling oil and military grade material, probably. Bank of International Settlements or Basel 3, yeah, I've heard of Basel 3. Hey, look who came to party. Oh, guess who came to party? Here, chill with me. Um, Wait, did you... No, no. He pressed the power button. Cat, cat. Why you like buttons? Hmm? You smell like food. Clean yourself. Can't wait to pay 100 UAD for AUD for coffee. Yeah, I can't wait to completely. I mean, this is why it really is a case of like owning anything but cash. This is why we have crypto. This is why a lot of us are trying to find ways to not carry cash. If you're trying to save cash right now under your mattress, good luck, and I don't recommend it. Having assets, whatever it is you can get, because consider that as the Invesco DB US dollar index, a lot of words for saying how good the dollar is. As this goes down from 27 to like maybe, I don't know, half of that would be what, 13.5? $13.50. As we go from 27 to 13.5, everything is gonna double. The price of eggs is gonna double. It's probably like not exactly a one-to-one relationship because like the relationship between the dollar and the euro and everything else, but just the concept wise, if this number keeps going down, the US Invest US Dollar Bullish Fund goes down, everything else goes up in price because now it takes more physical pieces of paper to buy the things we used to buy with less. The stronger the dollar is, the less things cost. That's called deflation. And you know what? We can't have nice things because if we had deflation, guess who has to pay all the money that they've been basically borrowing in a US national debt situation? Guess who's going to have to pay this money when the dollar is extremely strong and it costs twice to pay that back? So we're stuck in this loop of have debt and then keep making debt cheaper so we can keep like washing our old high interest debt with low interest new debt so we can try to make it cheaper to pay off until we get to like 0.00001, or we get to Japanese interest rates where we're basically doing negative. We got to give you money to hold our money because we think our money is that shit that we don't even trust holding it ourselves. You got to pay you to hold our money. Like that logic starts to basically fall apart. Like you can't run this system for so long, and that's why I'm really thinking like we're looking at a German hyperinflation. We had a moment in time to stop it. We had that moment in time was 2020. That could have really been, you know, inside. That could have been either inside job because they pushed that COVID thing so hard, even though like the only people that actually died were unhealthy people, and people that are unhealthy gonna die for a lot of reasons. I got COVID. I got sick for 2 days on the weekend, and I came back to because I ate garlic, I ate hot peppers, I will down some lemons, I will like surge up my body with the resources it needs to fight it. But a lot of people aren't healthy. They've eaten Burger King, McDonald's, they've eaten basically carbs that keep their body going, like a fuel, but they're not like cleaning out the pipes in their system. They're not putting in a what is it? One of those cleaners that you normally put in your cars so it can get the gunk out of the usage of the car for so long. And you just get buildups in your pipes, and you get buildups in your pipes, and less nutrients are being absorbed because your whole system is trying to work on a really like extensive level. But if you just fucking eat some garlic, man, like shit, that's shit. I literally eat garlic like it's a fucking like a pill. Like, oh shit, my throat's starting to hurt. Oh shit. And then I just chop some fucking garlic. One of them I'll just eat whole, the other one I'll actually like chew up on and then eat. So like I have the instant release and then I have the the one I didn't chew up and just swallowed for later. The the longer release. Honey. Honey is the best kind of sugar there is. If I can replace everything with honey, I would, but we killing them bees too, so that's fucked up. All the good things in life are starting to become fake, processed, whatever. I don't even know if honey is real anymore. I start hearing that the mafia is changing strategies from selling crack cocaine and shit on the street to selling fake real food on Amazon. And you think you're getting honey, but you're getting some sort of concoction the mafia made up, and no one can really complain about it because it's oh, it's just fake food. It's not cocaine. The past 25 has seen a number of market corrections. I mean, 2000, yes, 2005 light, 2007, 2009 big, 11. 11 was kind of like the reversal because like 2009 lasted a couple of years. Like 2008, 2010 was kind of the landing zone. But 2018, 19, yeah, 2018 had that weird international hiccup. I mean, it is look you right now you're showing me an exponentially getting closer and closer set of values. 2000 to 2005, 5 years. 2005 to 2007, 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. Maybe three again. Two again. Two again. Two again. Two again. Now we're gonna have like 1 year. Every year we're gonna have a fucking financial crisis. And then we're gonna end up looking like this, trying to constantly print ahead of this financial crisis. I mean, that might be the end result. Because we printing hard. Uh Let me see. I did a research on this before, but let me get Grok back on it. Um, for the last 75 years, name and timeline, the uh, general introduction of monetary stimuli, either direct or indirect, into the US market. I'll bet you will see this sort of like continuously getting closer timelines. 1950s, 19, you got to consider like an end, the beginning and end. 1950 to 1953, 57, 58 recession. We're skipping Great Depression for the record. We're skipping that because we know that was pretty chaotic. But we're kind of going for the smaller ones, right? 57, 58, 60, 61. We had a, I mean, shit. Look at this shit. This is just the way it functions. Okay. 60s, nothing, kind of quiet. 70s, all right. Policy shift. 71, 73, 79, decent span of time. Like you fluctuate up and down. Sometimes you get a bunch of very close recessions. Sometimes you have a good amount of time to go in between. 1980s, 81 year here. And then 4 years later, 1987. 90s, 3 years. 8 years for 99, preemptive.com. 2000, big one, baby. Then 5 years here. American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, basically. 2010 crisis recovery and normalization, still recovering from fucking 2008. We did it twice. We did it here, then we did it here again. It's like, oh shit, 2009 didn't work with the recovery and reinvestment. All right, let's do it again. Post-crisis recovery, man. More money, more money. Oh my god. But I mean, you continuously increase in the amount too, because if you look over here, the stimulation was what, a couple of million, if even. Impact, stabilizing inflation, supported recovery. Supposed to always stimulating basically corporations to continue productivity. That's always the goal. So 1% went to 5% by late 1960s, inflation-wise. What's the last value we have in here? There it is, without the gold peg constraints. Money supply grew significantly. 63% under Nixon, that motherfucker. It's always been on the inside. We're not in the club, guys. Ever since Nixon, we haven't been in the club with them. And they got all the plans going for the long-term game. We're still stuck on the short-term mindset. Fed lowered FFR stimuli. It doesn't even say any numbers until we get to like, excuse me, we get to like 2008, where it tells us now finally billions of dollars, 1.75 trillion. The mortgage-backed securities, yeah. Conspiracy. COVID was something. I'm still kind of like conspiracy theory wise, I'm still stuck between whether COVID was a Chinese attack on the US economy or an internal attack on the psychology of the people, because people got fucking cooked, man. People got cooked on COVID. Like, how long? What is it? Like 6 months? Everyone's not working. There's some issues. We're stuck 6 months isolated. How long does it take for a person isolated in solitary confinement to go crazy? Without any connection to the outside, mind you. Now, what if you introduced a little outside stimulus to that person? and it's all based on bullshit. Fake news this, fake news that. Now we got AI that we don't know what the fuck's real or fake now. How long does it take? Does it take about 6 months for people to get reprogrammed in an isolated in their home environment as the world outside is battling COVID? I mean, natural selection. At this point, like I feel like we're trying so hard to like get everyone to go forth in life. I was in the zone. You've been pre-zoned into craziness. I mean, we're all a little crazy. There's good crazy and then there's bad crazy. There's good crazy where you're like fucking around with rocks like a retard and everyone's looking at you like, what the fuck's this guy doing? And all of a sudden you make an axe and make a tool for you to build a house and now you're not crazy anymore. And then you got bad crazy where the same person fucking with a rock makes a knife and then goes kills people. It's a lot of crazy. It's psychotic. I don't think you're psychotic. You're crazy. We're all crazy. We're all human at some point or another. Crazy is a normal condition. It just depends on the usage of it. It depends on the outside influence that you portray onto it. But I think everyone's a little fucking crazy. Otherwise, we wouldn't like skydiving for most of us. We wouldn't like being on the edge of shit. Our existence wouldn't be having adrenaline as the main factor of our fucking life. Adrenaline is what keeps us basically continuously seeking something. Whether at some point you replace adrenaline with natural phenomena like working out and fucking testing competitions and getting yourself pumped that way to replace it with like a cocaine or whatever and you're fucking doing drugs and now that's your adrenaline. Like whatever we're doing, we're all crazy based on the fact that we work on adrenaline to keep us fucking moving forward. So I'm still stuck between whether it's like a China inserted like because Wuhan, that was fake news at one point until oh wait, yeah, it actually did fucking happen. Everyone accepts it now as fucking fact. That's the thing too. We don't accept fact until like everyone gets on the same page. So when the majority of people get on that page, we sure to hell fucking hope we get on that same right page. That's probably what they say is like the right side of history. Ever heard of the history is written by the victors? So what is the right side or wrong side of history at that point? Whoever writes the fucking book? That's fair. Linux is the therapy. It's just kind of like it's it's like having like my first experience with Linux was out like not even I was like man I was 15, 14, and I had a scrap computer that was kind of basically functioning. My uncle gave it to me as like a secondary piece of shit, and I was like, all right, I mean I'm not gonna use this for anything else. So let me install some random shit on it. But that was always kind of techy in some way or another. Before I even got into big computer stuff, I was like on StarCraft changing the INI file to go to different servers and all kind of random shit. Started late, put it that way. I remember at one point, can't remember what year I was 12 or 13, maybe 15. I created like a keygen for this really simple game that no one heard about. Some guy just selling it. Didn't have any like preemptive security on it. You can basically input a key as much as you want and you know it's this many digits wide. So I made an incrementer. It was already only digits, only numbers. So I like left that keygen automated thing go for like 2 nights and eventually it just cracked it. I was just playing this game and I forgot what the fuck it was anyway, but basically it just brute forced the crap out of it. That was like the first thing when I was like 14, 15 years old when I did that. But Linux was like, yeah, I went to Linux when I had an Acer Aspire. What year was that? Acer Aspire Blue Gem, was it? Gemstone. Gemstone? Yeah, this motherfucker right here. Oh, I love this computer. It was when Acer was still popping up out of nowhere. Wow, 2008. Shit. Damn, I'm old. God damn it. Oh my god. Where the fuck does time go, guys? Shit. So yeah, this was like the computer that really got me to fuck around with computers. The thing about this too was I had Linux and I really wanted to get it working on this Acer Aspire, but it wouldn't fucking work. Because it had some proprietary, the Intel wireless back then was shit support. I had fucking around with that. I had to connect to the cable to actually work it. The other problem was it didn't even have a graphics card, I don't believe. But this little side panel here was like a little media. You know how you have like play button on your F keys or whatever, or you have like dedicated play, pause, and whatever buttons. This was that. This was like this cyber interface where you can play, pause, change the volume by fucking moving up on this direction. I was like, oh, this is the future right here. This fucking panel. I haven't seen that fucking thing pop up anywhere. Anywhere. I haven't seen it ever come back in any form of creativity. And of course, the blue lighting, that's nice. I wish the fucking keyboard, was the keyboard lit? I think the keyboard was lit. But the panel didn't work. The media panel didn't work, so what the fuck did I do? I went all the way online, found a bunch of different methods that media panels can be installed, and fucked around with a bunch of different scripts until I found the one that worked for this media panel. And it was kind of a typical generic one too. It was just not being recognized as it because I guess maybe it's a unique interface and the hardware wasn't really synchronizing with the kernel or the available kernel drivers at that time. And it was just your typical play button on your fucking keyboard that you have now on basically every device. You have like a little play, pause, whatever, right? And I wasn't able to get everything functional. I think there was a button for ejecting the CD drive because it was on the same side on the left. I couldn't get that to function, but it basically got the volume to kind of function. There was like a specific method where I wasn't good at programming enough to identify the placement of my finger on that particular pad to kind of get an idea. Is it the middle? Is it whatever? I got it to function not like Windows, because Windows you would go like up and down and basically get the volume to go up and down based on where your finger stopped. For me, I had to like tap on the plus and tap on the minus to get it to work. Yeah, exactly. I actually still have like the fucking look up what Ubuntu forums CJ554. That still lives in infamy somewhere. There it is. Ah. Hello, unregistered user. Oh, I don't want to. Anyway, it's on here. Once I figured out a 910, damn, that was around 2008. Holy shit. That was Ubuntu has that naming convention, right? Uh when the hell? 2009. Man, I should have really worked on my channel back then. I was a kid though, so I didn't know what the fuck to do. And I had horrible hardware, and it wasn't as easy like using OBS nowadays. You had to actually have like a graphics card that did really good. Fingerprint scanner? It didn't have that. Oh yeah, it did have a fingerprint scanner. It was right there between the left and the right mouse button. It was like a little fucking tube, yay big, and you had to like scan your fucking finger on it. I forgot about that. Anyway, that's there. It's archived forever in history. Uh, I don't know why it won't let me go in there though. Please read this page first. So I gotta page this. You gotta read this first, and then you're gonna take me there. Great. Okay. Meh. Meh. Oh well, it's there. I guess I have to log in or something to go into the frickin' whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway, 2004. You think you're an old man? I remember messing around Ubuntu on my parents' Dell desktop in 2004. True. True. Fair enough. Also, we got some probably new viewers. Like and subscribe if you like tech talk and like to just chill with Linux. We do plenty of things. Right now, it's just kind of chill session. I have nothing planned. No programming and all that jazz, but show your support if you like this kind of content. We're talking everything. We're talking markets, Linux, computers, eventually probably go to mathematics or some shit that we ever end up doing, statistics, basically. Did you get a free CD? Yo, I had a free CD too when they were sending that shit out. I remember it. It was that fucking, what, the blue paper case with the seat. No, was it blue or orange? When did they start? It was the orange one. When they had the nice logo finally finalized. The orange color with the white logo marked on it, like a watermark. Dude, I remember that. That's fucking. That's an entry to the fucking computer museum. Hold up. Oh, it was the 410? Oh, wait. I got the orange one then. Oh, wait. You had the stickers. I had that sticker. True, there it is! It was fucking yellow, red, or some shit because there was no true color to it. The bottom is red and shit. I thought it was blue, but this guy's shirt made me think it was blue. Dude, yeah, I remember this shit. Oh, it was okay, red because of CD. But then when they changed, there was another orange one. There it is. This one, this logo started popping up. There was an orange case too that I had. But yeah, that was a free distribution. That was sick. That was super sick. Toaster internet. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, you're looking at what, 700, was it 700 megabytes at that time? 100 for the kernel? No, probably 50 to 100 for the kernel. But then again, the standardizations and drivers was so messy back then. You had Acer, Asus, everyone kind of fucking around with their own proprietary shit until they finally agreed on like at least trying to standardize hardware and some level on the D-bus. But dude, this CD was insane when it was first released. I remember those days. That's sick. The Kubuntu! I hated Kubuntu. It's because of KDE. I always hated KDE. It's so bulky. It's so absolutely unnecessary. Oh my god, when GNOME Shell came out, I fucking bounced. I either reinstalled GNOME 2 or just fucking bounced. Like, I was tired. I was tired of like everyone trying to look fancy and shit with a fucking dock somewhere. Like, I have a dock. I think I have a dock. Yeah, it's called Plank. Fucking love Plank. Plank is the best because it's light as weight as fuck. And it works like a basic dock. I don't need it to go crazy. I think it handles my minimize too. Yeah, it fucking handles the minimize too. It's super simple. Why do you need a dock to go crazy, man? Like, I get it. You can make it fancy by making the icons get big. Oh, fucking awesome, man. On Windows, I use Rocket Dock. That piece of software has not existed forever, so I've made so many copies of my previous software. Punk Labs. Great software. Rocket Dock. If you're in Windows, you want a fucking Mac dock that's really sick, elegant, actually very lightweight too. It hasn't had an update since. Look at it, supports Windows 2000 or above, so you can guesstimate when the last update was. But it's fucking sick. It works, dude. They even have a new updated screenshot with Windows 11. That's hilarious. Uh, but I don't remember. Do they still have like the part of the website that has all the doc stuff? The oh, what else do they have? Hold up. Cool. I love fucking Punk Labs, yo. They just keep on going and going and going. If there was truly a Watch Dogs 2 underground fucking what were they called? They'd be these guys. They're just fucking around. Raster Prime. They got like a server in the back. Yeah, man. The doc, they don't even have the doc on here. Oh no, they do. They do. But what's this? Collection of our game soundtracks and other music we've written. If I could like this page, hold up. You guys got? Are you that? Are you guys disconnected from like? I don't know. They're probably not on X and all that shit, so I can like that shit. Fucking want to like these guys on everything. Punk rock has been there with me for like ever. But yeah, no. Rocket Dog, great software. Old software, hasn't been updated. Don't expect craziness, but it's so stable. This is the thing about software. When it fucking works and there's nothing wrong with it, you never have to fucking update it. And how difficult is to have like a little piece of image on the side of your fucking window with X pixels away from the top, or the left, or the right, or the bottom, functioning the same exact way, either case scenario. And when you put your fucking mouse on it, on hover, and move shit around, and it does that little fancy, oh, look, it's a big dock and a small dock icon. Like, how simple can I'm sure it's hackable. I'm sure you can fuck around with it. I actually did. And I was able to take the exe and then modify it, I think, through either like a patch that I found somewhere, and then I could create different directories like doc 1, doc 2, and doc 3, and I can actually run like 3 docs at once. That's pretty cool. It's a nice patch. I might want to compare the assembly and see what was actually adjusted in the patching process, because I didn't do the assembly. I've always wanted to go into assembly and shit, but that stuff is difficult. The first thing I need is Gindra or Ida. Let me see if they got Gindra in here. It's difficult to do assembly. It's so disconnected from the English language, what you used to as a regular programmer. You know what? I kind of want to play this now. I have 3 hours until my student. No, I don't have Gindra in here. Can I apt get install that sucker? I think I fucked up. Yep, I fucked up. Nah, they don't got Gindra. Ida 2. Ava? Ava? Is that another one? Or are you talking about Ida? It's like the original. Dedicated to one of the first crazy processing ladies in the world. Actually, she was probably the first one that created like a machine readable process. Life. Get a life? Are you telling me to get a life? Get a flat pack life? No. No. The fuck? I have 2 of these open? Hmm. Hmm. Hello. Not quite the same, but it is going down a step below the assembly language level. It's going down to the hex. At least it's not binary, right? Oh, true. This is what I saw in one of my packet sniffers when I was trying to play with that Python socket network and then using the Nmap OS identification, and I found a bunch of these little like /x hexadecimal 00 values. Like it was probing for something for a specific return, but I didn't understand it. This is a good way to understand that shit. I need one too. Yeah, I actually kind of like this. I always like the dark theme stuff. Let's play with that. Alright, what if I want to get Gintra? I'm used to Ida though. But I have a... Let's see what we have here. Where's your community? Community version, me please. How can you do that? Oh, okay, there we go. Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Community version me, please. Okay, I guess I gotta go through all the possible costs of this motherfucker. Look at that, guys. Wow. Holy fucking crazy pricing on this. Holy Ultimate Pro. Just give me the basic, man. Well, not the basic. I want the Linux one, but Jesus fucking. Oh, non-commercial. Yay! Oh, I gotta request it. Well, let me just download it first. Or are you saying this is a cloud? Is this a cloud version? I have a IDA installation on my computer that I don't have to do any of these extra things anymore. That's why you always save your EXEs, because I don't feel like going back through this. Ooh, wait. A student. Okay, how about Gendra? Fuck it, I'll compile from source if I have to. I'll compile from source instead of having to like fucking give my data away. At this point, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Is there a makefile? Gradle. Oh, great. Build Gradle. Ooh, Eclipse is on here? What? Oh, it's a Docker based, right? But then again, we got a release. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Looking like a yup. Hold on, what kind of files are in here? Hold on. Alright, whatever. Download it. Let's check it out. Gendra. If I wanted to get into that kind of stuff. But where is the other one that I just got? The Al-M. Oh, ooh, fancy looking. Hey. Whoa, what's going on? Reverse engineering security researchers. Alright, alright. Liking it, liking it. Ooh, these are just giving me a slideshow right now. This is like an advanced PowerPoint for my ADHD to look at every single possible up and down orientation. Well, it's working. Wait. Oh, visualization through? Interesting. Okay. Okay. Deny. Play through the introduction tutorial. Let's play. Alright, this is getting fancy. I'm Hex is a reverse engineering suite in the Hex editor with its main focus on visualizing binary data for easy comprehension. Alright. This is like fucking feeling good right now, actually. Hold on. Open a file. Hey, Pope. Ooh, I want to open up a LLM. Wait, do I not have... What? Where's my... I have one. Cable is so fucking touchy. What the hell's the directory that I keep all my models in? Local? Share? No. Give me a binary. That's not a binary. Fuck it. Let's go to all the binaries. Ooh. Interesting. What do we want to open up? What do we want to open up? IP tunnels, mounting, set cap. In fact, I'm gonna make a. I'm just gonna make copy of it. UFW sudo. Let's do sudo. Where's sudo? I saw sudo. Sudo. Oh, but that's gonna be in the okay. Oh, this is a send log visual. Let's do real sudo. Where's that at? There you are. Copy that. Take it to my downloads. Meh. Didn't copy. Let's fuck with sudo. Or SSH even. Ooh, I'm digging this jam. Hold up. Don't ask me for what the fuck I'm looking at. Because, at this point, I don't even know. A bunch of hexadecimal addresses. I don't even know if the pattern editor is linked to exactly what's happening here, but it might be. Data inspector. It's actually... Wait, it's color coding the segments. That's sick, actually. That's nice. And also identifying some middle spots here. I mean, it's nice in the way that it makes it more readable to kind of see where the separation of specific segments are, other than just having them like straight up no color. And it actually looks pretty. I like it. Alright, what's Ginzer look like? I think I'm gonna call the stream end soon because I'm feeling hungry. Get some coffee. Prepare for market open. Maybe chill a little bit. Play some games. I might still play on stream. Hold on. What am I doing? Interesting. Is this a single package environment that can work in multiple locations? So you got your bat here for running it on Windows, but you have a regular, what, script here? Yeah, bin bash. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Let's test it out. Ah, it needs Java. Interesting. Now I gotta go for JRE, which is fair. I didn't think about using Java installation. How's OpenJDK lately? This is one way you can decompile straight to hex. Oh, hello. Sudo debug get active instance, sudo debug set active instance, string length, file number. Interesting, interesting. These are basically strings being organized. libexec sudo. That's true. User space indeed. I mean, yeah, I definitely moved something in a place that necessarily isn't supposed to be. Whole segment here. More strings. Strings normally you can identify at least because they're just straight up hex to string, ASCII or converted directly. So there's your E over here, there's your E over here. "5F for the underscore, 5F for the underscore, E another one, 65, directly convertible." So these are just straight up strings being set. Like this guy right here. But when it comes to the actual commands, that's when we're looking at like that chaos. The stuff that doesn't look like real text. This is buffer space, something empty to separate probably functions or white space essentially. But we're looking maybe at another function here. I'm not sure if that's what the color coding organizes. But here's a bunch of commands probably accessing memory. Sometimes you maybe see maybe a D register, I'm not sure. But then again, there is no D register, there's specific ones, so it could use a variable for specific register locations. I really wanted, the one thing I actually got that was super cool, actually, let's play that one. Hold on. Was a, hold on. It was not, it's not here, Great, I didn't install it. 1 second. It's a very small game, actually. It's like a assembly-based logic application. Okay. Next, please. Okay. JDK could not be found. It must be manually chosen. Where did I install that? Well, this time it says error Java command could not be found in your path. JDK. Oh no, I got the JRE. Now I need the JDK tools. Are you kidding? I guess that makes sense. I need the development kit so I can disassemble. I guess? I mean, I'm not disassembling Java. Hello, Polonia. Welcome. Yeah. Meow. Good job. Yeah, just scratch the crap out of everything. Go for it. I had to patch up my chair with my jeans. Some cut up jeans. Because I know the cat's gonna destroy the crap. He's already destroyed my fucking chair. It's an old chair, but it's not that old. If I didn't have a cat, it would look totally fine. But, love my cats. Even though they destroy my shit. Hold on. I just installed it, so... Agree. Okay, that is good. Alright, hold on. Let me just restart it. Okay, no, I did identify everything now. Nice. Cool. Can I attach myself to a running process? So I can fuck up my live system, right, meow? No? No, I just have to open up a project. Or... theme? Why not always configure everything oh, well, no. Yes. Give me that dark. No, just fucking do it. I don't care. No, I don't want to. Okay. But does that mean I didn't actually save my settings? Next. So it's a GPR project type. What if I just want to import and create tool, import tool, export workspace? I mean, I guess I just have to have a new project. Haven't used Ghidra. Normally use IDA on my Windows. So code browser? Whoa. That's the cheesiest execution I've ever seen in my life. There we are. This is what I'm used to seeing. Now I can maybe attach to a running process. Nope. Not yet. Open file system. Okay, maybe. Tool. Manage servers. Navigation. Select. No. Ghidra, not Ghidra. IDA can attach itself to a live running service, which basically watches its actions and deassembles it live through memory, I believe. It's got to be an option for this year. Thanks for joining in, Zach. Appreciate your sub. Enjoy your sleep and dream some terminals for me. Hack the Gibson. And then some. Okay. So open a general binary. But then no, that's not it. Hold on. Open file system. Oh? Hold on. Save tool, close tool, batch file, import, open control. Oh, I mean, it's still taking me to this directory. Am I limited to this directory now? For my, I do have to drop it in here? Let me see. If I want to analyze pseudo, it's not showing. I'm not used to organization of this yet. User data, index data, version index, that project, PRP, pseudo, test that rep. Potentially. Okay, fair enough. Aha, okay. Language finds it. GCC compiled. Nice. Nice. Not been analyzed. Would you like to analyze it now? ACI strings, call convention ID. Cool, you got the jump references. Stack, shared return calls. I guess this is like a black box analyzer. It's testing out all the possible command and trying to see what it returns. It's like constantly sending stuff in, reacting to those, putting it on the list. Oh, it's looking for certain libraries too. Lib audit, lib app armor. Interesting. Resolving external symbols. Okay. Yeah, welcome to assembly. Alright, well that's the thing there. Then the other thing I did want to do, it's more game related because I want to get used to the mentality of running this kind of stuff. Is I actually found a pretty neat game. But where is it? Was it Tim? Lim? No. God damn it. I hate when I have so many fucking games I can't find anything anymore. I could have sworn I put it in here. Greyhack is another good one to play with. I love that one. Joy programming, always fun. Ah, there it is. TIS. So let that go. Yeah. Alright, so here's how this works. I'm still getting used to it. And hold on. Do the manual. That's what I want to do first. Yes, this game has a fucking manual. Wherever that is. Hold on. I thought it was gonna be the manual. Oh, please open this path. I guess it's not letting me open it directly. Oh, well, I think I can just fucking close all this. Kind of done scouring the internet for now. Brain, invisible, can't see. Debian. What? Steam Debian and stuff? I have that? Oh wow. Fancy pants. There it is. Know how to scourge the fucking file system, guys. It's a long fucking piece of shit. I'm gonna save that over here, so I don't gotta do that again twice. So, interesting enough, it has like a storyline. We're looking at a unknown system architecture, intelligence system. That's what TIS is, right? Something went wrong. Independent nodes consist of a large number of independent nodes. Generally, nodes are connected up to neighbors, so you have actual like physical location. So if I do this one here, I use this as a reference. First value accept, second value pass. So it's moving from up, coming data in, to down, sending data down. And then again, it's taking that data we sent from the first node down to the next node, over and over down here. So here, we got a block, we have a issue, can't debug this. So find a pen. Got this one swap meet today. Fellow wanted 450. Oh, so this is like a busted fucking node or something. So we move up to left. Move right to down. Move up to down. Move up to right. And then move left, coming in from left to down. Let me run. And it's basically passing in. You have an in X and in A set of data. And you have an out X, out A set of data. So it depends on, I guess, the case scenario. And our goal is basically to pass all the in data to the out node. This one I had to make like a sideways swoop. Pretty interesting. That was like level 1. Level 2 then got to the point of using registries, which is where I got stuck. So read a value from in A over here, double that value, and then write it out down here. So I might have to, I can take this path, but somewhere in the process I have to move it to a certain register to perform a mathematical operation on it. Oh, this node type identifier restricted and will not be described. Documentation for node type T20 is distributed only with system containing this node type. Unauthorized requests for copies of documentation describing this node are okay. Node type T20 reserved. Don't know. So we have ACC accumulator. Is that an accumulator? Primary storage register for basic execution. Used as an implicit source or destination operand, including arithmetic. So I think I have to do something with this ACC. Send the value from in A to ACC. But this back is a temporary storage for values in ACC. So I actually have to send the value 66. I guess, can I do move Up into BAC. Oh, BAK. So back is a register basically that holds information. ACC, like the desk space of ACC, the accumulator, and that does all the stuff. It is only access. Oh, hold on. Through the save and swap instructions. So save up. Okay. So SAV up. This is gonna not probably be the best case scenario, but hey. Internal speed, no. Okay, we don't need that. And now you're moving left, right, down, up based on the port locations. Any is used as the source of an instruction. When any is used, the destination of an instruction, the result of instruction will be sent to the first node that reads. So any just means left, right, up, or down, depending which one's reading, and then the last read or written using the any pseudo port. So you can kind of create, okay. Comments, loops, labels, no operation, moving, swap. Values of AC and BAK are exchanged. It doesn't quite show me how to do the multiplication, the addition, subtraction, increasing. Oh, I don't feel like diving into this. I'm already kind of burnt out. But I did want to play another one. I wanted to try that 0 AD Age of Empires one. That's been sitting over here. Let's save this and I'll play with this later. Okay, we're done. So many colors, so much text and colors. Yes, yes, many. Oh, I forgot you're still running in the background. S&P futures, pre-market, things moving. Not really. Doing its thing. Yes. Yes. Pages turn, dreams take flight. In the study, hearts unite. Windows open, stars casting spells. In a room where endless stories dwell. Eyes weary, yet spirit. Hope that puts some people to sleep, because some of y'all waiting to take a nap or something. Cold wires humming, thoughts unspoken. It was about to put me to sleep. Emotions, motherboards broken, trapped in my circuits, endless revisions. Let's see how this looks. Lost in collisions. I'm just reflections in code. It will forever be in development, and I absolutely am okay with that. Okay. Wow. Dude. Hell yeah. Ah. Get the trees. Yes. Got a scout over here. Okay, hold on though. Shush. Ooh, it looks so much better than... I mean, it's got your classic modeling. Damn, lady's doing the... Wait. You're a swordsman? Anyone can get trees? That makes perfect sense. Anyone can pick up a fucking axe and hit this tree. Dude, can I do the man? No, he's got a horse. No, he's just got a horse. He can't do an axe. Alright. Let's get a house. Ooh.
Ah oui.
Anyone can build?
Edificabo. Gogam. Edificabo.
Oh, I love this.
Quid est?
Farmstead. Let's go.
Edificabo.
Ah. I'm liking this, man. It took Age of Empires and just made it better. Like, you don't have to do that much stuff to make it better. Wait, is that just gonna be a resource location? No, no. Upgrades. Gotcha. Oh, you're a statue. I thought you were a real person just standing there for no reason. That's cool. I love the architecture too. Very nicely made. Swordsman, skirmisher, woman. Roman cavalry. Wicker basket. Workers gather more fruit. Okay, let's make some farms. What? Field. Ooh. Dude.
Quid est? Gogam. Ambulabo.
Ah, that's gorgeous. Every building can garrison? No, just the house. Right? Oh, right, because right click can take me to places and I can make him go. Oh, I can make him go directly into the house, be like, get in there, make me a sandwich. True. Hold on. Gotta adjust this a little bit. We might even go up down to the next step. Yes. No, why you do the line? Something's odd with my video card again. Hold on. That's better. Chickens! Nice.
Quid est?
Alright, got wheat, we got this.
Ah oui.
Do we have water? I already got a dock. Where the hell did you come from? Alright. That's fine with me. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. What? Tower? Tower. Wait, we can just gather the stone from another temple? That's funny. Alright, you don't need to do that though. I'm fine for now. Barracks though, we need that sucker. Oh, classic barracks. Yes. Let's throw it over. I guess, is this the top of the map? Yeah, that's kind of the top of the map. I put the tower on the wrong space.
Edificabo. Cuidest?
You ladies
Kogan.
gotta find me a woman that can do this. Sorry. Destroyed a chicken. It sucks. I fucking done it. I hate it so much. But when time comes to case scenario, and that needs to happen, no cold feet. Survival is survival, yo. Wait, what? I can create a citizen from here? And from here? Interesting. Buildings do have individual queues. That's fancy. Ah, but it's much slower from here than here. Is that in? Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Edificabo.
Quid est?
Ah ouais.
Keep going on wood. I got stone, gold, gold, metal, just metal. Make some better fishing nets. All right, let's
Quid
explore.
est? Inkedam. Ambulabo. Inkedam.
Chicken?
Inkedam. Ambulabo. Ambulabo.
Very nice exploration.
Ambulabo.
I mean, it's your typical smooth.
Ambulabo. Inkedam.
I like it. I really like this. I like this way more than Age of Empires. And the soundtrack's good.
Quid est? Inkedam. Inkedam.
Ah ouais. Ambulabo. Kogan.
Barracks. Okay. So swordsman is the default from the main temple. Skirmisher also. We need the cohorts. Can get us some animers.
Edificabo.
Ah oui. Ambulabo. Ambulabo. Inkedam. Ambulabo. Ambulabo. Inkedam.
Uh-oh.
Inkedam. Ambulabo. Inkedam.
Hello.
Ambulabo.
Nope. Nope.
Inkedam.
Stop.
Ambulabo. Ambulabo. Inkedam. Inkedam. Ambulabo.
This is our buddy. We got territory? It's like a territorial line space. Like, if I'm chilling over here, you're fine, right? No! You're not gonna attack me? Oh, yeah, you are. Oh, hey, buddy.
Cuidest? Ambulabo. Cuidest? Ambulabo. Kogan. Cuidest?
Ah oui, ah oui, ambulabo, ambulabo, quidest inkedam. Ah oui,
Okay, horse. Horse. Goat. Oh, it's the goat! We'll have to get the goat up in this.
ah oui, ambulabo,
Alright, what do we got? Nope, ladies. Nope, ladies. Ladies.
Ah
Nope,
ouais.
ladies.
Ah ouais.
Nope,
Ambulabo.
yep.
Ambulabo.
Do the. Oh, sorry, ladies. Damn. Continue on with your thing. In fact, maybe some of you need to grab chickens. Or no, let's grab some of these cherries.
Kogan.
Carrier pigeons, 33% vision range. That's cute and technically makes sense. Alright.
quidest. Ambulabo, inkedam. Ah oui, quidest, quidest.
Where? No. You son of a bitch. I gave up my position. Now he's on my ass. No, I'm not ready. Oh, fuck. I didn't know this was like ruthless fucking... Oh no, ladies. Run. Run, ladies. No! No! Go into the house. There's a garrison, right? You can garrison. No! Man, go save ladies. Oh, scheisse, dude. I was not ready for this. I don't even... Fuck this guy. Okay, you ladies go do that. Oh, shit. Nope. Nope. Sir, move your fucking ass. Oh, no, sheep. Sheep, attack. Sheep, distract him. Oh, fuck. I'm completely and totally fucked. I'm out of food. I'm out of wood. I built the tower in the wrong place because I'm not paying attention. I'm done. Oh, it was a good run. Damn, I shouldn't have showed my face. As soon as he saw I had a horse, he was like, attack. Alright. Damn, look how slow that is. What? Oh yeah, they do have a tower in there, huh? What the fuck are these guys doing? Are they converting my building? Are they like... Oh, nope, just... What the... Are they praying? What are they doing to my building? That's not how you destroy a building, right? Get the tree. Get the tree. Like, they're literally praying to my building and then it just destroys. I don't understand what they're doing. Oh, oh, and then... Then that. Run, lady! My lady! Oh no! Oh my god. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done. It was great. I have to be prepared for next time. But this is nice. I really like this game. They did not skimp out on the difficulty either. Ooh. Get him, boy! Oh, the lone wolf! He about to get all the ladies. Oh, no, he's dead. Just kidding. Another one! Kill him! Kill him! Nope, I'm dead. Nah, to restart this is gonna be a fucking bitch. Anyway, thanks for joining. I appreciate everyone. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, okay. Because I'm still looking at recordings. I thought I wasn't recording the right thing. Anyway, thanks for joining. I'm gonna chill now. I'm gonna go do some other things. Probably watch the market and maybe get some food or whatever. But I should be back after. Maybe, potentially. I appreciate everyone stopping by. I appreciate the conversations. Thanks once again for joining, and if you need any help with anything, I can assist on my Patreon. If you just want to support me on Patreon, that's super awesome too. It's free, but you can also use me as a type of support for any mathematical, programmatical, logical, and all kinds of things like that support if you ever need it on the side with your education and self-development.